The Street Fighter movie gets more interesting. Paul Dano heading back to the Daniels, and that woman deserves her revenge, and we deserve to die.
Oh, it's time for class.
Class is in session!
Roll call! Bueller.
I'm gonna be late for class.
Bueller.
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
Late for shows.
You are mine now. You belong to me.
Did you study for the test?
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimblett to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
Hello, classmates, and welcome to Middle Class Film Class, Gab and Chatter Edition. I'm your host for today, Joseph.
I'm Peter.
And...
I'm gay.
Got it. No Tyler over there.
Now we just have the Rizzler.
Yeah, just the Rizzler.
That thick ponum to look at.
Yes. Will he ever grow up?
You know what? That's a great question. I don't know.
Well, we have a great show for you today. Welcome everyone on YouTube Live and otherwise. And of course, the OG audio only classmates in podcast land.
Yes.
We are one day out from July 4th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're one day ahead of it. It's in the rears now.
It's a holiday that I've kind of always dreaded.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just never really cared for it.
You know what?
It's always too hot. It's always smoky outside because of the fireworks. And I don't know.
And the dogs go crazy.
It just feels very dry out here, especially in California.
I like the dry.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the dry.
Yeah.
Speaking of dry, Canada Dry. I went to Canada last week. Great segue.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I was thinking of that is, number one, I'm back.
Yes.
And number two,
I'm back.
Yeah.
You're back.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. No drop for you, though.
Yeah, no, that's reserved just for you. They were having Canada Day celebrations when I was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they had the Calgary Stampede also because I was in Calgary, outside of Calgary in a nature reserve called Banff National Park.
Banff. Yeah.
Banff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got Banff from Badass Motherfucker.
Oh yeah. But it was a really good trip. It was beautiful out there.
Yeah.
Almost unreal how pretty it was.
And then you had to come back.
Yeah, and then it was funny because I was there for 3 days, 4 nights, and I was the entire time on these nature walks and in the downtown city center, going in business establishments, kind of common hangout areas, and nature, of course, and all over the hotel and in various restaurants, and there was event halls and bowling alleys and stuff, and I was all over the place. And I didn't see graffiti once.
Graffiti?
Not one time. Not 1 ounce of graffiti. Not one piece of chewed bubble gum stuck somewhere.
No trash?
No. Well, there was a couple of bits of trash, but, very, very, very little. There was something that you can tell someone just dropped.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking, man, this is the life. They understand that it's nice out here and they need to keep it like this way.
In this resort.
Yeah.
area.
And it's, there's really just one. We were at a really nice hotel, but the whole area is it's a preserve. It's a national park.
Yeah.
And, but the hotel we stayed at was built in 1880. It was great, crazy, unbelievable. They can build something like that back then. On the middle of the side of a fucking mountain when there's no cars.
Yeah.
It's just, and they hadn't even built the train yet. There's in the middle of building the train from east to west. But,
so what happens on Canada Day? What is that day celebrating?
Their Independence Day, same thing.
From also England?
Probably France. England and France, yeah. Because they still have the Queen on their money over there.
Oh, really?
I've always the king now.
Wondered about the currency in Canada.
I was so it wasn't a high priority for me, but I did want to bring some currency back home because I brought currency home from Portugal.
Yeah.
Coins and bills and whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just ask Mitch or Steven to send me some money.
You send me some money.
I'll send you some American, and our American money was worth more than theirs right now. So it's
okay.
like it's like 30% off whatever you're
Is that
looking at.
That's throughout Canada? The same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always wondered how it worked.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. It's the whole shebang. But as soon as we flew back into SFO, immediately I went to the bathroom at one of the airport. I was like, we're back home. This is disgusting. It stinks like a turlet.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's dirty.
Is it Canada where this water goes the other way?
That's Australia.
Oh,
yeah,
Australia.
They also owned by the Brits.
True.
But I ate poutine.
Is it poutine or Putin?
Everybody there said poutine.
Okay.
If you go maybe out to Montreal.
Did you run into any French Canadians?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hella people were speaking French. well, not hella, but enough people were speaking French. There was the people that worked at the hotel were international. The guy who checked us in was English. The guy that was our bellhop was from Australia. One of the guys.
Welcome to Canada, mate.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you like put these bags over there. I'm like, yeah, sure.
I thought I was in Canada.
Yeah, and then our e-bike went on an e-bike tour. Me and my mom, and one of the guides was French, like from France.
Oh,
and the other one was from Melbourne. It was also from Australia.
Oh, wow. All over
his name was Bill.
Bill?
Yeah, Bill.
Australian Bill?
Yeah. And I said, I got a friend that lives out near Victoria. He goes, Victoria, Canada? I'm like, no. Trying to make small talk and, anyways.
Yeah.
It's okay, Bill.
I'm from Canada, mate.
Yeah, exactly. But Tyler is, unfortunately, he's gone. He threw his back out playing Beat Revelation from the FP.
He went to Fraser Park.
He went to Fraser Park to challenge J-Tro.
J-Tro, yeah.
And
he's first step.
Yeah. He died in the opening sequence, actually. He was the guy that died before the opening sequence in the first one.
So he's out. Hopefully we'll be back next week, but I will be gone next week.
No.
And then the following week.
Yeah.
So it's kind of all over the place. You were gone last week. I was gone this week. I'll be gone for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
week 4, we'll have all three of us.
We should all be here.
Yeah.
And if Tyler's back is better, he should be back next week.
See.
As well.
Otherwise, I'll just be left alone here.
Watching these movies by yourself.
Yeah.
Rating these apocalyptic dystopian movies. Gabbing, chattering.
Oh, yeah. That's our week this month is July is post-apocalyptic dystopias.
Yes.
After the tragedy of last week's.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah. Episode. So, anyways.
Yeah. Anything else interesting in Canada? July 4th. What'd you do?
Here?
Yeah.
We listener Ryan came over, Ryan and John, for what they saw.
Former Patreon member Ryan.
Yeah, it was all right. Now he's dead to us. Now he's just a friend in real life.
Yeah.
And he brought over like an exorbitant amount of fireworks.
As he does.
Yeah.
Oh, fireworks. I was about to say board games.
That too.
Okay.
And we played some games and we played some video games and watched some movies and then when we shot fireworks right out front, and there was one of them was unbelievable. Like
firework?
At some point I was like, I think this is legal.
Oh, illegal?
I'm pretty sure this is an illegal one. And it says on the packaging the most explosions you can have legally in California in a single.
It was at the
limit. Yeah.
Right at the line.
And I was like, I think I might catch my neighbor's house on fire or something because it was fucking huge.
Yeah.
But it was fun. We just had I made fajitas. We were protesting.
Fajitas, nice.
Yeah, we were protesting. So
yeah. I had pizza.
Oh, there you go.
Went Italian, even though it was at a I guess sort of U.S. Constitution based restaurant.
Which one is that?
The Federalist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
I didn't realize till we got there because I focused on the pizza more than the theme of the restaurant.
Yeah, I felt like flying my California flag instead of my United States flag yesterday, but I don't have either one actually.
Decked out in Canadian merch.
Yeah. The only flag I actually have is a Swedish flag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was given to me by a Swedish hot rodder named Svant.
Svant?
Yeah.
Is he a savant?
No,
of anything?
Well, of sheet metal. Yeah, actually.
Oh, sheet metal.
Sheet metal, yeah. He's a sheet metal fabricator.
Svant the savant.
He calls him Svant the Svede.
Oh, okay.
He calls himself that. I didn't say that.
Is he listening to the show?
No, he's probably dead by now. This was probably 20 years ago.
Oh,
he was an old man when I met him.
Oh, okay.
This is when I was a teenager. He gave me that flag.
Well, rest in peace, Svant the savant.
Yeah, that's right. I think I have a drop for that. Where is it here?
This guy is a piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, rest in peace, I guess.
Sounds like a Muppet. Svant the savant.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into some Gab chatter.
Find some charity, ye lad. Now's the time for Gab and Chatter.
Gab and Chatter movie news, movie related things to talk about. Pete.
Yeah, let's get the two of us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Get the Riddler out of here.
Only two of us here.
Yeah, there we go.
All
right. Make sure I'm centered here. We don't do this view very often. There we go. Sit up straight, Pete. Hear my mom saying it right now. Okay, so a couple weeks ago we were talking about the how Orville Peck was cast in this upcoming Street Fighter movie. And first of all, it was like Street Fighter movie.
Yeah. Wait.
Where is that
two
coming from?
things.
Yeah. And then
Street Fighter movie.
And then second thing was like Orville Peck,
alt country star.
gay Canadian hipster cowboy sensation. Orville Peck.
Is he? I thought we established he wasn't from Canada.
He was born in South Africa, but he's Canadian citizen.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still gonna say that. I don't care.
It's easier to say that
Yeah.
than
gay South African. All right. So, anyways, we talked about him and we speculated that he was going to play Vega because he wears a mask in his performances, and also he's tall and lanky like Vega is.
Yeah.
And it's confirmed. Orville Peck is playing Vega,
Okay.
but there's more to the cast now, and I'm going to read this to you because the movie, depending on your state of mind, will either get worse or better in the potential category.
Mhm.
I'm thinking this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so we have Joseph Joe Anoya or Roman Reigns as Akuma,
The wrestler, right?
a wrestler, yeah, WWE sensation Roman Reigns.
That's who?
Akuma.
Kuma.
Yeah, he's like the arch nemesis of Ryu.
Oh, okay.
And he's like the red and orange version,
That's like
basically.
Ganondorf.
Yeah, kind of does look like Ganondorf. And then let's see, what's the next one? Andrew Koji as Ryu or Ryu, depending on who you talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrew Koji, he was in Peaky Blinders, Boy Kills World, Gangs of London, Bullet Train, Black Doves, and Snake Eyes.
Okay. I have seen him before.
Yeah, he looks familiar. I don't remember him in Bullet Train, but I like that movie. And then next up, Noah Centineo as Ken.
Oh yeah, that guy.
And he's from All the Boys I've Loved.
To all the boys I've loved.
To All the Boys I've Loved. And also in a series called The Recruit. And he's going to play Ken, which I didn't know he had a last name, Ken Masters.
Yeah, last name.
Yeah.
Ken Masters.
Ken Masters.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like a Ken. Not blonde. Isn't Ken blonde?
Ken is blonde, yes.
Yeah. This guy is brunette. It's a day is long.
Well, probably a wig, dye his hair. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Kalina Lang as Chun-Li. And she is in Tell Me Everything, Bad Genius, and Presence, the new Steven Soderbergh ghost movie told from the perspective of the ghost.
Oh.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. I don't recognize her at all, but we'll see how that goes. Jason Momoa as Blanca, confirmed. And also 50 Cent as Balrog.
I heard that. Which one's Balrog?
He's the boxer. He looks like
Oh.
He looks like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
So there's more to it than that, but those are the big ones.
Also, another wrestler, Cody Rhodes as Guile.
I don't know who Cody Rhodes is.
I mean, if you're into wrestling, then you probably know. I only know him secondhand. I've seen him before. Sort of bleach blonde hair. So yeah, someone else from the wrestling world playing Guile.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So there's also more to it than that. There's Andrew Scholes, who's a comedian. I don't know if he's going to play somebody.
Andrew Schultz?
Yeah, Schultz.
Oh my God.
David Dasmalchian is M. Bison.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That
and
is wild.
And of course, Orville Peck is Vega. And M. Bison's like imposing. He's like a tall, large man. Not like buff, I wouldn't say, but he's like...
Yeah.
He's like a...
I mean, Raul Julia made him look like intimidating and large and in charge.
Yeah, and Raul Julia wasn't really that large, so I guess it could work.
And they both Raul Julia and David Dasmalchian have sort of unique sort of looks to them.
Little dark.
Yeah.
Little menacing looking, maybe.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. And of course, as we said before, Kitao Sakurai is the director who directed that Eric Andre movie, Bad Trip. That like live action half man on the streets, half scripted. Road trip comedy with Lil Rel Howery. So it just seems bonkers, 100% bonkers, and I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, whenever they shoot it, finish it.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's pretty much all I got. I'll talk about the unfortunate demises afterwards after you do your story.
Well, Paul Dano and the Daniels, directors of most recently Everything Everywhere All at Once, that swept the Oscars a couple years ago. Their debut feature film was Swiss Army Man, and starring Daniel Radcliffe as a farting corpse and Paul Dano as someone who
rides the corpse.
Rides the corpse and uses it like a Swiss Army knife in many different fashions. He played like sort of like a washed up like plane crash survivor or like a boat boat crash survivor. I don't know.
He plays a boat.
Yeah, he plays.
Oh, that's Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe plays a boat, like a jet ski.
Yeah.
And so they're teaming up again, but this time Paul Dano is in talks to write and direct a comedy from the Daniels, who would be producing it. So teaming up in a different capacity. This would be Paul Dano's second feature film if it goes through. His first one being Wildlife, which we reviewed a couple years ago, which was a drama, like a parents separating,
divorce drama.
Main character of the kid who's
mid-century
witnessing their parents' relationship dissolve.
Yeah,
and was really good. Was really sort of something that flew under the radar, I think, when it was released. But it went straight to Criterion.
Yeah, exactly. Paul Dano right now is 100% of all movies he directed are in the Criterion.
It's 1 for 1, and we'll see if he if this Daniels comedy goes to Criterion. And the plot details are being kept under wraps, and it will be set at Universal. That's really it. I mean, they're teaming up, and it has a release date. The Daniels are currently working on a follow-up to their film, another their own project, which is untitled and is set for release next year, almost a year from now. And they haven't made anything since Everything Everywhere.
So that's not good. They're just going to produce it for Paul Dano?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, and it's going to be a comedy.
Well, I mean, their stuff is funny.
Yeah, their stuff. But Paul Dano stuff so far hasn't been funny. And he hasn't really started.
Little Miss Sunshine.
No, I'm saying he's directing the one thing that he directed. I mean, Paul Dano has been in some like lighthearted stuff.
I'd argue that his character in There Will Be Blood is funny.
Is funny,
yes,
in a sort of
like he's like of all the characters, he's the one that brings the funny.
Yeah, he's the comedic relief of that movie. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. I think them teaming up again.
I think it's interesting. Yeah,
yeah. But we'll see whenever it comes out, whatever it gets written, as plot details come out. I mean, the Daniels have their project coming out next year apparently. Which is untitled, and
more Daniels. I could use more Daniels in my life.
I know, and I was expecting, from the success of their previous film, sort of like expecting to have something a little sooner than that, I guess.
Yeah, it is kind of strange that they like swept the Oscars basically, and then more or less no chatter about their stuff. But then again, I didn't hear anything about Everything Everywhere until it just was there one day.
Oh yeah,
you know.
And also very quickly, I saw something. Separate from this, on a different another Facebook page about Terrence Malick's next movie.
Oh,
The Way of the Wind.
Cool.
Apparently has over 3,000 hours of footage.
Fuck me.
And is nowhere near completion.
Oh my god.
Someone very close to the inside of Terrence Malick's editing. I think he's the one who's editing it, Terrence Malick.
Yeah.
Said that it was initially planned to be premiere at this year's con, but obviously that didn't happen. And
that's crazy.
It's a Jesus story.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
With Mark Rylance playing Satan.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
A Jesus story.
Yeah. With also Ben Kingsley and Matthias Schoenaerts, who's been in some movies.
Yeah, I know him.
Ray Fiennes' brother, Joseph Fiennes. Joseph Fiennes.
Wow, that's really interesting.
So yeah, he's got a lot of material to work with, and I guess he just has not completed it yet. So
I mean, that's his way, though, right?
I guess it is. He just kind of shoots and then establishes a story. I mean, he got rid of Adrian Brody's character almost. In the Thin Red Line when he was
great story. Love that story.
Slated to be the main character, and he did all that press. As if he was the main character before the premiere, and then it premiered, and he was like had one line. So I mean,
that's so funny.
That's his way.
Someone asked, Malick's got 3,000 hours of footage, and someone asked him, Terrence, who's the main character in your upcoming movie?
Well, dude, we just don't know.
I guess we'll see. I mean,
it'll come out in the wash.
Jesus isn't the main character.
Yeah.
in this story.
What's that saying they say? It's like you edit the movie you write the movie twice. Once when you write it, once when you edit it, or something like that.
I mean, I think it's just you make the movie twice or 3 times. Like, yeah, and you're writing, when you're shooting, and when you're editing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Because like you could, just like whatever his initial plan was for Thin Red Line, it became something completely different when they edit it.
Mm.
So yeah, that was just a little thing I remembered seeing from this past week.
Cool, exciting.
But
I did have that. What's it called? Variety had a very strange. I'm not going to read it, but go to our. This is a chance to promote our Facebook page. Go to the Facebook page. Middle Class Film Class is called. Nothing special. I don't want to read the whole thing start to finish because I think we have one more story to do. But it is Variety basically is third party recounting the Christopher Nolan's Odyssey trilogy, or Odyssey teaser on their page.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one. And it's ridiculous because they talked about how the teaser is being shown before. What movie is it being shown before?
The Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park Rebirth, Jurassic World Rebirth. And
you want me to?
Yeah, sure. Give us like their quote.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Yeah, just read it.
Yeah. So per Variety, the teaser is playing before Jurassic Park. Is it World Rebirth?
It's Jurassic World Rebirth.
Okay. And it's a 70-second teaser and includes footage of Tom Holland and John Bernthal's character. Tom Holland plays Telemachus, something like that. I have to find out what happened to my father. When did you last see him? I know nothing of I feel like I'm in English class again.
Yeah.
I know nothing of Odysseus, not since Troy, Bernthal responds. Interested in rumor, huh? Gossip. Who has a story about Odysseus, huh? Some say he's rich or some say he's poor. Some say he perished. Some say he's imprisoned. What say you? And then the words on screen, 1 year from now, a journey begins.
So just for everybody who's listening to this,
it's a transcript of the
trailer.
This
is a third-party retelling of a teaser trailer for a movie that hasn't come out yet that you're now hearing told by fourth-party account by Joseph through a podcast.
Yes.
This is the best way to watch it. This is how Nolan intended it.
Middle class trailer class where we read trailers to you.
No, we don't even read trailers. We read synopses of trailers to you.
Yeah.
So anyways.
So that's exciting, a year from now.
Yeah. And then lastly, as you all probably have heard, sad news. Bud from Kill Bill, a.k.a. Michael Madsen, is no longer with us.
Passed away.
Age 67, Michael Madsen. He died of a heart attack. I know there's speculation and people weren't sure exactly what it was, but yeah, very sad. I really liked Michael Madsen. I don't know. I've heard varying stories about his personal life. I won't get into that, but I think every time I see him on screen, he's got a very strong presence. He's an interesting character actor.
I've heard that he was like kind of sort of blacklisted as an actor or something like that.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, just his personality. I have no idea.
Yeah, I've heard there was he's got 327 acting credits.
Got a lot of not good movies.
A lot of iffy stuff, but he's also been in some like really big name stuff, obviously.
A lot of Tarantino stuff, obviously.
Yeah, the famous Reservoir Dogs scene where he cuts the dude's ear off. The Hateful Eight, of course, Species, War Games, Kill Bill. Yeah, he's I think like a Hollywood mainstay, and it was really sad when I saw that. So, rest in peace, Michael Madsen. Very sad. I'm sure that Tarantino and his whole ilk are all, up in arms over that. And then another death. There's actually 3 deaths in the kind of ancillary Hollywood sphere. Julian McMahon, who's a name you probably don't recognize. You may not recognize, but you definitely recognize a face. He was one of the stars of Nip Tuck. He also was Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four movies.
Yep.
And he died at 56 after a bout of cancer. So, yeah, he was seen within the last year or so looking very, very slim. There was speculation, but he kind of kept it quiet, and he passed away just 3 days ago. So, July 2nd, he died. July 3rd, Michael Madsen died. And then Mark Snow, the composer for The X-Files, and he'd done a million other things, but that was what his claim to fame was, also passed away this week. So, that's the 3.
That's
no more
3, right?
Yeah, that's it. No more after that. So we'll get a stretch of no more deaths, except for like all those people in Texas. Unfortunately, yeah.
yes.
This fucking sucks. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Tyler, anything?
Fucking liberals.
Oh, it's me.
Tyler, do you have anything?
His brother was buzzsawed to death.
Dang, they both died the same week. That sucks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, he has nothing. Let's move on to some stream picks.
All right.
Movies.
Wanna watch a movie?
Yes, I do. Disney Plus. Oh, HBO Max.
If I don't get the pick, show's over.
I have grown accustomed to Hulu Plus.
I like Netflix.
You found the
Stream picks, movies that we watched on our streaming services, and then recommend or not recommend to you as well. Pete.
Okay. I have 2 weeks of streaming picks, but I was gone for one of those, so I don't have a ton. I dipped my toes into what I knew I'd watch one day, but I was kind of dreading.
Okay.
On Max, the Minecraft movie.
Oh yeah,
A Minecraft movie.
I've been
is what it's called.
tickling that, with watching it.
Yeah, and you're a Jared Hess fan, so
Oh yeah, it's a Jared Hess movie.
Jared Hess
I
movie.
forgot.
yeah, very, very Jared Hess.
Okay.
And it's like it's almost exactly what you would. And Jared Hess has directed Napoleon Dynamite, Gentlemen Broncos, Sasquatch Sunset. No, it's not Sasquatch Sunset.
He did Nacho Libre.
Suburban Sasquatch. Is that the one?
No.
What was the one?
He did Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre,
Yeah.
Gentlemen Broncos, the heist movie with Zach Galifianakis and Kristen Wiig.
Masterminds.
Yeah, Masterminds.
What was that one with? Wasn't it? It was the kid who was
Sasquatch Gang.
Sasquatch Gang.
I don't think he
That's
did
it.
that
He didn't do
one.
that. Okay,
No.
It felt like
It-
a Hess movie.
Yeah, it's like a Hess ripoff sort of
Okay.
vibe.
So anyway, so that's the vibe that Jared Hess. Absurdist, goofy,
Yeah, it wasn't him.
very like not serious, and also more or less wholesome.
Yeah.
Most of his stuff.
I mean, it's a Minecraft movie.
I mean, just Hess's entire catalog in general.
Yeah.
This is a kids movie. It's like
The Mario movie.
yeah, even more kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they appealed to the young Minecraft crowd.
Oh, okay.
And in the last year or so, I've gotten into Minecraft and played quite a bit of it. And there's enough fan service in there where you're like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And there's not a whole lot of like, that doesn't work that way. That's actually supposed to do this.
Mhm.
It's all for the most part pretty accurate.
It's a wide net movie.
Yeah, it's definitely. And but Jennifer Coolidge is terrible in this.
Really?
Her side character, her side B story or C plot is absolutely terrible.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck Jason Momoa is doing in this. His character, I didn't like his character at all either.
Yeah.
Like he's just not good, not funny, not interesting. But everybody else I think did a pretty good job.
Okay.
And the little kid is he's like, they say some people when they get into relationships, they're like tofu. They just absorb what the other person is. They
Mm.
become that person.
Yeah.
This child is like tofu for the kids watching the movie. Like they could put themselves into the shoes of this
Oh.
child very easily. There's
Okay.
not much about him that's remarkable in any way except for that he got a creative mind.
Oh, okay.
And the whole plot is that his creative mind in the real world gets him into trouble. So when he goes into the Minecraft world or the overworld, he's encouraged to use his creativity because that's the whole point of the game.
Hmm.
And it saves their lives and gets them to whatever the treasure they need to get or whatever.
It's like a Tron, but with Minecraft.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Except for it's not a game, it's a real world. They're not going into a
Oh,
game.
okay.
The Minecraft overworld is another dimension.
It's like Space Jam.
yes.
Where the Looney Tunes is
yes.
the real
yes.
world, a different world,
Exactly.
not a TV show.
Looney Tunes land.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is not great,
Okay.
but it wasn't terrible. It's not like I was pissed off that I watched it afterwards.
Was it funny in some part? Was it like
some parts?
okay?
Some parts it's trying really hard to be funny. Like
Is it worth a watch?
I think it's worth it just to say, just like watching the Mario movie.
Oh, okay.
You probably should, especially if you're consider yourself like a movie watcher.
Yeah.
Like it's not a cinephile movie. It's not a movie fan movie.
It made a lot of money. I know
Made a
that.
fuck ton of money. Yeah, it did. So it's streaming on Max. If you're kind of on the fence about it, watch it. If you're like, "There's not for me," then don't watch it. you know what
That's
you're-
where I am right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're not missing out on anything.
It's cinema.
But you're a Jared Hess fan,
I guess I'd be curious about that because I forgot that he was involved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, writer and director. Next up, another movie that I kind of was dreading watching, but I actually had a really good time with. Streaming on Netflix, Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty good time. I had a lot of fun with this.
Okay.
And there's some cheesy parts that you're like, okay, that's really cheesy. Like he gets the whole plot is that it's Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven the Hunter, and his last name is Kravenov.
Yeah,
he's Russian, right? His dad played by Russell Crowe,
also Russian.
also Russian Crowe.
Yeah.
And then his brother, his little brother, is played by one of the Psycho Kings in Psycho Emperors in Gladiator 2.
Oh, okay.
He's the kid. He's also in
Not Joseph Quinn.
it might be Joseph Quinn.
Oh, okay.
Let me see here. Kraven the Hunter.
Just syphilis-ridden.
It might be him. Let's see.
Or is it the shorter guy?
He's the little wimpy one.
Oh, it's not Joseph Quinn. It's the other guy.
Fred Heschinger.
Okay.
Heschinger. Anyway, so that's his little brother. And during a big game hunt, they're gonna go hunt this big lion, this like king lion.
Yeah.
It's been alive forever. It's gonna be something they can hang on their wall for generations, and people can tell stories about the time they killed the big hunter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up, Joel? Russian Crow.
Joel!
Russian Crow was a pretty terrible accent. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's
He did Italian for the Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah.
And he was doing Russian.
I'm here to exercise your demons. Like, Russell, this is Kraven the Hunter.
My name is Maximus.
Yeah. Yeah, he's his accent in the Kraven the Hunter is basically John Malkovich in Rounders.
Oh, okay.
You're my son. Please don't splash the pot.
My name is Maximus.
I am a father to a murdered son. I'm a father to a murdered son.
Husband to a murdered wife.
What are you? So
I chop your head off.
So they're on the hunt, and I think what happens is Alexander, or whatever his name is, it's what's his first? Oh, Sergei Kravenov. That's Sergei. It's Aaron Taylor Johnson's character. He basically throws himself in front of the line to save his brother or some shit. And as he's dying, an African princess who has this was like a necklace with powerful potion or something that her great grandma gave her. That she'll know it when she needs to use it one day.
Oh,
and she like gives it to him and basically brings him back to life, and it imbues the power of the lion into Kraven.
Oh, okay.
That's some of the lion's blood gets into his blood, and then
like Lion Man.
Basically, yeah. So at one point, his powers is like he's really fast, he's really strong, but he can see really far, which I don't think lions can. But maybe they can. I don't know. So I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
And at one point, like he's standing,
a Marvel movie.
He's standing on top of a building, and he's like looking at somebody in the distance. He's like looking, and then all of a sudden the screen gets like a little tiger eye, and it like zooms in like a telescope. And I'm like, all right, that's really stupid. But it's a fucking comic book movie. What do I care?
It's not like Eagle Vision, like because Eagle Eye is like what people say, right? When they they have that
Hawkeye or the Eagle Eye. Yeah.
Hawkeye's taken, so
yeah. So anyways, there's some like really cheesy stuff, but there's also some really good stuff. And
it's really violent, isn't it?
Yeah, the violence is good. And it's made from the studio that did Morbius and Madam Web and Sony.
Those bangers.
Yeah. But it's like, it's more in line with those than it is in line with kitschy, laughy, goofy Marvel.
Current
MCU, yeah.
Like Avengers movies.
Correct, yeah. So it's not MCU.
Trying to be a Logan with its violence.
Yeah, it's more Logan-esque in its violence, but it is still kind of fun and clever and kitschy in a way. But I had a good time.
I heard there's a really bad part where they like freeze the frame on an actress and they like mouth her they put like composite somebody's mouth on her face.
Oh, I didn't see it.
And
I gotta go back.
It's like the frame is frozen, but her mouth is like moving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, I don't know. Could be. I didn't pay attention that much. But yeah, Kraven the Hunter's on Netflix.
Stupid fun time.
It's fun. Okay. I had a good time, so I can't knock it because it's a stupid comic book movie about the fucking guy who got powers of a lion imbued into his blood.
Yeah, I don't know what his lore is. I don't know if that's lore.
That's the lore.
In the Spider-Man game, the PlayStation game, the most recent one is he's one of the villains in it, and like he's just his thing is that he's like really just good at hunting and like setting up traps and all that kind of stuff. And his dad is even more threatening of a hunter because he's the one who taught him.
Mhm.
But I don't know what Russian Crow does in this.
Russian Crow is not nice to him. So
Yeah,
he like leaves, basically.
he abandons him.
Kraven abandons his dad.
Yeah.
And he loses the name of Sergey and he just goes by Kraven, even though his last name is Kravinoff. He's like, how did you know my name? Like, your fucking name is Sergey Kravinoff. It's Kraven. It's not that far off.
Yeah.
So anyways. Yeah, so that was fun.
Okay.
Next up, streaming also on Max is a movie that it's like a documentary. Yeah, it's a documentary from 2020 called Class Action Park.
Mm.
You know about this one?
No.
It's about an infamous amusement park, water slide sort of park in New Jersey called Action Park. And it was famous because all of the rides were designed by just some guy.
Just a random
the owner.
It wasn't like an engineer or something or architect.
What he said was that he would consider any idea, no matter how crazy it was, and he wouldn't implement them all, but he would consider them all. So people who were like turned down by Disney or Great America or these like established,
Imagineers.
yeah, they were these people that were turned down by those companies were like, oh, let's go talk to this fucking guy in New Jersey. He'll do my crazy idea.
Oh yeah.
And they would like basically like mad scientists coming out here like, all right, now what if we take a giant metal sphere, fill it with ball bearings and put a smaller sphere in the inside and we strap the person inside and roll them down a hill. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And they fucking did it. And it was supposed to be on tracks, like PVC tracks. So it like rolls you down a hill, but you stay kind of upright and stationary.
Okay.
And they didn't account for the expansion during the heat, and it fell off the tracks, and it rolled down this long ass hill across the highway into a pond across the highway. And there was like the guy that was inside was just a teenager that worked there that he like gave $100 to go into it.
My God,
like that's like the least crazy story out of this entire documentary. So people died at this park.
Would that teenager die in that?
No,
Okay.
he was okay, but people died somewhat regularly.
Okay.
There was the city in New Jersey where it took place was built. They basically told the owner that he had to get his own ambulance because they were tired of having the entire entire fleet of the city's ambulances to come to his park every.
Was that frequent?
That frequent, yes.
Wow.
That frequent. And it completely goes through how it happened, the legislation that was designed after the park, the whole gaps in the legal process that he exploited in order to keep the park running, and what it was like to be a child in the 80s, in the 70s and the 80s at Action Park, riding these rides for the first time. Because they said the first thing you see when you first walk into the park is a water slide with a loop on it.
Oh.
You're a person in the tube. You go on the loop in the tube.
And you're not attached to anything.
No. And they said that, I'll give you an example of like what this documentary gives you. He said, and they're interviewing people that worked at the park too, that were teenagers and now adults. And some of them are recognizable people like that are today on TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They just happen to be known people. And they said the first person they sent down made it, but he was all cut up and banged up and stuff. And they're like, all right, we need to put some padding at the top. So they opened up the hatch on the top and put some padding on the top and sent some people through, and they came out pretty good. And they're like, all right, let's send some more. And those people came up with lacerations all over their chest and backs. And they're like, what are they getting cut by? And they open it up, and some of the second wave of kids they sent down had knocked their teeth out, and their teeth were stuck in the padding.
Oh my God.
And they were getting sliced up by these other kids' teeth.
Oh.
And you're like, holy shit. It's like insane what happened at this park. So
Class Action Park?
Class Action Park. At the time, that was the nickname for it. It was Traction Park or Class Action Park. And
it was a water park.
It was primarily a water park, but there was also like a go-kart area. Oh. And there was a water boat area too. And they were literally like actual ski boat, little tiny one-man ski boats with a real outboard motor on it.
Oh, okay.
And people would like treat them like bumper boats, even though they weren't. So they would like run over each other, and the propellers would cut shit up and stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, there was like there was no nothing. It was no guardrails on the entire thing.
There was no like inspector to come in
No.
and be like, hey, this is not.
At the time,
I feel like OSHA. I bet they could come in and be
not
like,
then. Not back
what
then.
What year was it supposed to?
Let's see here.
Did this all this happen?
Action Park years.
In what year did this documentary come out?
Documentary was 2020, and Action Park. It opened in 1978.
Oh Jesus! Okay,
Yeah.
so it's old.
It's old, yeah. Like they're like, oh yeah, the kids. There was no IDing on alcohol, so kids were going there and getting drunk or buying booze there and
And
drinking.
there's footage of all that.
Yeah.
All that, like somebody was there recording with a camera and all of this.
Early cameras, yeah.
Jesus.
And they had like TV commercials from the time, and they're like, "Come on down to Action Park." You know,
That's funny.
it's great. It's really fun. So it's a great documentary. 2020, streaming on Netflix. Class Action Park. And then the last thing I watched is it's not streaming for free, but it's like a $5 rental.
Mhm.
And I really can't recommend this to everybody because it's such a weird movie. It's directed by Joel Potrikis, who did Ape, Relaxer, and Buzzard.
Oh, okay.
If you know any of those movies?
I know Buzzard.
Buzzard, yeah. So Buzzard is like guy builds a Nintendo Power Glove with like steak knives on it to like, I don't know, enact some revenge or some shit.
Okay.
And he
It's
gets
like a glove, yeah.
Yeah, he gets a Power Glove, the old Nintendo Power Glove. And it's I'm pretty sure they're all set in Detroit because this guy's Detroit based. And the star of the movie is the same in all of them. It's Joshua Burge.
Oh.
And he's also the star in this, but also Joel Potrikis is in this as well. He makes cameos in his other ones, but this one he's kind of a main character.
Oh, okay.
And the plot is that the two of them are walking through the woods, and you don't know why, but they're essentially walking into the woods for some sort of ritual that they're going to do together.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what it is. And I'm not going to say anything more about it because the less you know about this going into it, the better. But this is filmed kind of like Kids or Gummo.
Oh, sort of like a
Very
candid,
very candid feeling.
Okay.
It feels almost like it's shot on like video.
like on tape.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's a really lo-fi. Not super, super lo-fi, but definitely not like cinema quality.
Mm.
And it's, you can tell the script is very loose. Like they're just kind of going, and it's
Interesting.
long takes of just them talking. And Joel Potrikis they're both kind of losers, and they're arguing about, well, I'm sure you knew how to start a fire, and what the fuck does that mean? He's like, well,
The fuck does that mean?
Yeah, and
It's like a compliment.
you find out later that he got arrested for arson.
Oh, okay.
And
I see.
yeah, so he's like taking offense to it and stuff, and then
The fuck does that mean?
yeah, but they're it's like long stretches of them just being total losers in the middle of this Michigan forest.
Mm-hmm.
And they're marching on their way to some destination to go do something. And you don't know until it happens. And when it happens, it's very shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Very shocking. And then you're like, well, now what? Because it's only 45 minutes into the movie or an hour into the movie. And then they have to live with the consequences of what happens. So it's a really, really strange movie, but it's called Vulcanizadora. Vulcanizadora. It came out last year, 2024. And I thought I was renting a different movie when I rented it.
Oh.
I thought I was renting Architecton, which is A24's movie about rocks.
Architecton.
Documentary about rocks.
I never even heard of that until you mentioned it to me.
Yeah, I saw an ad for it, and I'm like, that sounds like my shit right there.
Rocks?
A documentary about rocks, produced by A24? Fuck yeah.
Weird.
But that one's, it actually came out a few years ago.
Architecton?
Yeah, like I think it was 2023 or 2024, but in like the festival circuit.
Mm.
And it's supposedly getting a theatrical release in August. So,
Oh.
but I saw it pop up. I'm like, hey, that's that rock documentary, Vulcanizadora. And then I download it. I'm like, oh, this is not that. Oh, I know Joel Potrikis. Oh, I'll just watch this. And it was weird.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to say it was bad, but I think you're either going to like 2-star this movie or 4.5 star
It's
this movie.
described as a comedy horror.
Not a horror.
Okay.
It's a dark comedy.
Okay.
Dark comedy cinema verite.
All right.
Yeah. So Anyways, that's Vulcanizadora. It's like a $5 rental anywhere. You can find it online. Watchers beware. I would.
Okay.
Probably liked Buzzard the most out of his old stuff,
Mhm.
and even that was weird. That Buzzard has a. It's funny I mentioned Gummo or kids because Buzzard has a shot that's a homage. I have to imagine is an homage to the kid eating the spaghetti in the bathtub in Gummo.
Oh yeah.
Because he gets like $250 and is like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna get a hotel room," and he gets a hotel room and orders a giant He's like, "How much food can I get for $50?" And he orders a giant plate of spaghetti, and he's laying back on this bed.
$50 plate of spaghetti.
It's like I think there's other things too, but
Okay.
he's laying back on the bed with a white robe on. He's watching TV, like laid back, completely reclined back.
With spaghetti.
With this plate of spaghetti like on his stomach, and he's eating it, and it's just falling all over his chest as he's eating it. On like one unbroken shot of eating this whole plate of spaghetti, and I'm like,
What's with like the trope of like the villains drinking milk and then also
psychopaths eating spaghetti.
in not ideal situations?
Yeah. Spaghetti in the bath, spaghetti on the bathrobe, spaghetti in killing of a sacred deer.
Oh yeah, that's probably also an homage.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, watch that at your discretion.
Okay, and that's it.
Yep.
All right, I have a few animated movies streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu. This is Treasure Planet.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I like this one.
space pirates, basically starring or voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Brian Murray, Emma Thompson, David Hyde Pierce, Martin Short, Michael Wincott.
Michael Wincott. Yeah, he's got a great voice.
And Jennifer Darling, that sounds familiar. Some other people. But Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing the lead as a young Jim Hawkins, who's a young kid living on, in this universe, they can traverse space easily. And there's quite literally pirate ships in space. And also there are space whales and space sea creatures that swim around space. And they can breathe in space, it seems like.
Sure.
In this universe.
Why not? Water bears.
And it's a kind of a sort of like what you expect from a pirate, like a normal pirate movie. There's a treasure map that is discovered by this kid in the form of like an orb, and it's like a puzzle box, sort of a puzzle orb. And he like plays with it, spins it around, and then like it projects this hologram of the galaxy, and it goes to it points to a specific planet that is only known in stories to have like an abundance of treasure, like treasure from all these different planets on one planet, hence the name Treasure Planet.
Oh, okay.
And
isn't there like a spider pirate or something like that?
Yeah, there's like a side character.
He's like a bad guy, but he's kind of on the same
He's
team.
he's like one of the cronies, like one of the, what do you call him?
I remember he was creepy as fuck.
There's a, what do you call him? Pirates.
Crewmates.
Yeah, he's one of the crew members on the bad guys.
He's
crew.
a scallywag.
And so how he comes into contact or how he in possession of this map is this other pirate who shows up, sort of crash lands at his mom's cabin / bar.
It's like a diner.
Yeah. And because he's being chased by another group of pirates, gives him the treasure that he has and is like, the cyborg, beware of the cyborg or whatever. And they show up, they burn down his mom's establishment, and they escape. And then they go on a quest to find, or he goes on a quest to find Treasure Planet. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun kids movie. It's very wholesome in some parts, and also very adventurous in other parts, just by the nature of the movie. And he goes under the chef of this ship that he's on takes him under his wing, takes the kid under his wing, and is sort of a like father figure type, because his dad walked out on him when he was a kid, and you never really hear anything else about him. I was expecting like there's to be some sort of like, oh, he's his dad.
Oh yeah,
but no, it doesn't happen. So if you're looking for that, don't. You'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a mixed media movie too, because it's a 2D animated movie, but they use 3D renderings in
Yeah,
it as
yeah.
well, and it's a little campy in some parts. There's some like birds that like fly around in some scenes, and it's like they're supposed to be like seagulls or something, but it's kind of cheesy.
It's groundbreaking for the time, though.
Yeah, it's like Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
Like one of the first movies to use CGI.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But
It's so realistic.
yeah, it's but it's
Like Wave Runner on PlayStation 1.
yeah. This came out in 2002, so it's still we're still early in 3D animation.
Cool. I remember
movies.
liking it.
But yeah, it's a fun
Well, I only watched
Adventure
it as
Time
an
movie.
adult, yeah.
But yeah, so that's streaming on Hulu, Disney Plus. And then I watched I watched a classic, a Hitchcock classic streaming on Netflix, Rear Window.
Oh, first time?
Yeah, first time.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Tyler inspired you.
I've always like wanted to, but like I'm not a big fan of James Stewart.
Yeah.
That's A Wonderful Life's fault. And then Hitchcock movies also are a little like hit or miss for me.
Mhm.
I like Psycho a lot.
Psycho's phenomenal.
And I like I wanted to watch this because I like the concept of it, of like, you know, sort of spying on like in secret, like a Disturbia type thing, like
Yeah.
what's going on in your creepy neighbor's
Mhm.
house, and like and not getting caught because he's just sitting there with a broken leg, and he just has binoculars and his telephoto lens because he's a photographer for like
Yeah.
Nat Geo basically.
Yeah, yeah. That set they built for the neighborhood's pretty cool, though.
Yes, and that was one of the like most impressive parts of this
Yeah.
movie is the set,
It's really neat.
because it's like it borders on like this looks like it's real, like they're out there,
Yeah.
like a synecdoche sort of
Mm-hmm.
vibe where it's like this whole ass like Broadway production inside of a studio though.
Yeah.
And he's suspicious of his neighbors, and he has a perfect vantage point. He has like my dream vantage point of like people watching.
Yeah.
You know, what's going on, and everybody's just cool with having their windows open all the time. And it's like his own little like real life play going
Mhm.
on. They're just of real life his neighbors, and just being a little snoop because he's got nothing else to do, because he's just sitting in a wheelchair. And yeah, it's a entertaining movie, and I wasn't sure what to expect like out of just this one concept, but because you're kind of wondering if his neighbor actually did the things that he's thinking that he did,
Mhm.
or if he's just becoming like sort of paranoid, obsessive about it. And everybody around him is like, "Come on, you think he did that? You think he killed his wife or whatever?"
I sure do.
You're goddamn right, I do.
I think he's guilty in cold blood.
And he's waited on by like a caretaker and his love interest that shows up every day. And there's some tense moments actually.
Yeah.
When they get into it, like when they all start suspecting that their neighbor did it, like what's it, Stella? I don't know what's her name.
I don't remember.
The young one, not the caretaker, who like goes over there, like into the neighbor's apartment,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, he's coming back. He's coming back.
It's Lisa Fremont. Lisa.
Oh yeah, Fremont.
Stella is the housekeeper.
Yeah.
But that's Grace Kelly, and I gotta say, in this movie, one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. She is a vision.
Yeah. And there's a really sort of unsettling, creepy moment when the neighbor has all of the lights off, and you just see him burning a cigarette in the dark, as if he's also watching
Mhm.
everybody else. And it was a really, really well done scene, because it's not like it's a really wide shot of his apartment,
Mhm.
and you can just see the ember of the cigarette, but you don't see him at all. And it was really well done, and really enjoyed it. It was entertaining, sort of tense drama, I guess.
Mhm.
Mystery drama. That's streaming on Netflix. And then, because we are reviewing later this week, or later in today, 28 Weeks Later. And what inspired me to choose 28 Weeks Later is because I had just watched 28 Days Later.
Oh, cool.
I rewatched it for the first time in a long time.
I rewatched that this week too.
And I don't remember it being this good.
It's really good.
It's a fucking good movie.
Yeah.
And it has, because I used to hate the way it looked because it was shot on tape or video, but it just fits. It just fits with the style of the movie, and it's really well edited because the infected, they're not necessarily zombies.
Danny Boyle says they're zombies.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In this press tour for 20 years later, they call them zombies.
Oh, okay. The way that they like the jump scares in this are really well executed because it's like they're like in a house just looking for something or just chilling, and then it just cuts to like a sort of Sam Raimi type shot really quickly, and there's no audio, and it just like for like a second you see the POV of a zombie, and then the next shot is it crashes through a window.
Yeah.
And the sound is like shrieking, and it's
intense.
It's very intense, and it's very visceral, and it's also very sad. In like Brendan Gleeson's character,
That's the scene that I remember the most.
Yeah.
When I rewatched it, I'm like, oh, not this scene.
Yeah.
No.
His daughter's not the best actress in this thing, but kind of she's not that much in the movie. Doesn't have a whole lot of lines. And then it in sort of a kind of a Danny Boyle fashion, he like the ending is like it like shifts really quick. Like at least for Cillian Murphy's character, for Jim, yeah, like his character shifts a lot. Like he becomes like a fucking hunter.
Yeah.
Like he like loses his shirt and escapes almost being killed, and then he just becomes like a predator.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
And it's really good because throughout the movie, he's kind of like this. I mean, he's a bicycle courier, and he wakes up after being hit by a car or something. And he wakes up after, literally 28 days later, after the virus has spread throughout England. And he's kind of like a sort of like timid. You know, he doesn't seem that threatening of a person. But then at the end, he just something switches after he gets punched in the, or punched in the face.
Yeah, it's like a primal change in him.
Yeah, and
I don't know if it's because he knows that the women are threatened, like Selena
and the daughter,
yeah.
Hannah, I think is her name.
Yeah, it is Hannah. Yeah.
Yeah, because they get to that military outpost, which you think they're like, oh, they're there, and then it turns very dark pretty quickly.
Yeah,
with Doctor Who as the leader.
Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah, he was like the first Doctor of the reboot series.
Oh, I didn't know there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really entertaining, really good. I don't remember it being this good. And I also don't remember the very beginning of the movie and like seeing like the origin of how everything started. Because I just remember I thought the opening shot was just Cillian Murphy just full nude on the bed.
Yeah.
just dick and balls out.
Yeah.
But no, it was sort of like you see the origin of where the rage virus comes from.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, really good. And
Naomi Harris is a vision also in this. I love her.
And you can't really watch this without, it's not streaming anywhere for free. It says it's on Pluto, but it's not on Pluto.
I have it on Blu-ray.
It had it was known for like not being available anywhere for a while. And then it was available on Sony Pictures Core or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that's called, which I've never used.
No.
It's supposed to be like,
it's part of your PlayStation.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like high quality or something like that.
Yeah, it has a different streaming bit rate or something like that.
But yeah, so that was a reason for the choosing of 28 Weeks Later, because it is 20 Days Later. I don't know if it qualifies as a dystopia.
It's not post-apocalyptic. It's like active apocalyptic.
It's like actually, it's still happening right now.
Yeah, it's still happening.
But it's also, I was also thinking about this because it only happened in England, the virus.
No, because it said there was reports of it in the first one. It says the reports in New York.
Yeah, they do mention that, yeah.
But then by the second one, it's been basically
it's contained
just to England
because they have like refugees in Spain or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, that was the reasoning why this was chosen. This 28 Weeks Later.
Cool.
And that's all I got.
Before we kick off, I had a couple more movies. I'm not going to really give any reviews on them, but they're rewatches, and I just got to mention just how great they are. Rewatched Onward. It's
Pixar movie.
Yeah, so good. So unfortunate that I think it was just Disney. I don't think it was Pixar. Oh no, it was Pixar because it had John Ratzenberg in it. That's the only way I know.
Is that his last movie that he did?
Maybe. He wasn't in Soul, and there was a big controversy about that.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah,
He's dead. Or was he dead? Not dead?
No, he wasn't dead then.
Okay.
They had an animated image, the animated character in the background that kind of looked like him, but they never comment on it. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, Onward, it's really good, tearjerker ending of a movie, and it is a kitschy, goofy movie, but it's pretty. I mean, it's great. It's really well written.
You wouldn't? Yeah. It has.
And it's creative.
It's Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Chris Pratt is not annoying. Chris Pratt is perfect cast for this.
Okay. That's when the
I blame this movie though
for casting him.
I know. Actually, it was Lego Movie. I blame Lego Movie.
Oh yeah, he's also great in that.
He's
too.
Emmett Brakowski.
As Emmett. Yeah.
He plays that same character in this too. Like, except for he's into Dungeons and Dragons, basically.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then I rewatched RRR, and it's better the second time.
Okay.
I wished it was another hour long. It was 3 hours and 10 minutes, and I wish it was an hour longer.
I think Bollywood films is one of my topics.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Fucking great. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Because like, where do you go from here? How do we find good Bollywood movies?
You just watch whatever Bollywood movie. I mean, RRR is considered one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But are we going to would we cover that?
I mean, if you could, I've never seen it, so.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh my God, it's so good.
The runtime is what throws me off.
Nope. No. Then I rewatched. I'm starting to rewatch season 1 of The Rehearsal on Max.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking great. I showed my mom the first 2 episodes in Canada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, geez.
Because you were in Canada.
Yeah.
He graduated from Canada's top business school with really good grades.
With really good grades, yeah.
Tyler, anything?
I'm gay.
Oh, okay.
All right, still, huh?
Got it.
All right.
Pride Month is over.
Yeah. I think that's all I got.
All right.
So thank you to our cool ass yard duties over on Patreon. That's Javier, Heather, Michael, Steven, and Chris. If you want to support us, you can do so on the Patreon through patreon.com/middleclassfilmclass, or you can just watch on the YouTube page and share with a friend. Right now, we're looking for more subscribers. So if you have friends that like the show or like this format of show, like to watch movies or listen to people talk about movies, or like to just laugh and listen along on YouTube, that would be great. Share with them because it would be nice to get more followers. Until next time. Thank you for joining us as we gab and chatter. We do some streaming picks and we talk about unfortunate deaths and the news stories of the week.
Yeah.
Follow us later on in the week as we review 28 Weeks Later, our post-apocalyptic dystopia July. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFC podcast, and send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Middle Class Film Class, and on Twitter at Podcast MCFC.
All right, Tyler, I hope you hope your back feels better after twisting your ankle and rolling your back in Fraser Park.
All right.
See you later.
See ya.
That thick ponum to look at.
Class dismissed.
I gotta get out of here. The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
You're free to go.
See you next week.
See you later. See you later.
That's a wrap.
Great show.